You're listening to the Digital Deep Dive, where we tackle the newest trends, strategies, and pain points shaping growth across the digital landscape. From Amazon and D2C to international expansion, join our host and e-commerce leaders across multiple industries for in-depth discussions on how to maximize your brands in the digital arena. Now, here's your host, Aaron Conant.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Digital Deep Dive podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Conant. Thanks for tuning into this special best of episode where we'll take a look back at some of our favorite moments from previous conversations. It's brought to you by BWG Connect. BWG Connect provides executive strategy and networking sessions that help brands from any industry with their overall business planning and execution. We network and knowledge share together to better understand and adapt to the newest trends, strategies, and pain points shaping growth in the digital space. BWG Connect, in conjunction with BWG Strategy, has built an exclusive network of 125,000 plus senior professionals and hosts over 2,000 virtual and in-person networking events on an annual basis. In addition, we have had one-on-one conversations with over 5,000 brands and have a real-time pulse on what digital strategies are successful and why. This in-depth knowledge allows our team to operate on the cutting edge and provide our clients with best-in-class guidance on how to win in the digital world. We have provided free consultations and strategy sessions for companies of all sizes, from startups to Fortune 100, to enable growth, resolve issues, and make curated service provider introductions that can impact your digital footprint. We have held to the philosophy of providing high-level insights and actionable knowledge with no sales pitches in order to provide to our network the ability to listen, learn, and act to improve themselves as well as their organizations. Our ultimate goal is to be the resource out there to help digital executives find the research they need to excel in the modern marketplace. If you are interested in getting involved with any of our current or past events, you can find them at bwgconnect.com/bwg-events. If you are looking for help and would like to set up some time to chat with our team, you can reach out directly to Aaron at bwgconnect.com or Tiffany at bwgconnect.com. Now, let's take a look back at some of our favorite moments from past conversations.
You don't need to be on every channel, right? Like there's still specific channels that work for brands, right? And so, yes, omnichannel is important, but I'm not suggesting that brands go out and connect in and put a product feed into every single platform that exists. That's not the way, right? The way is, and this is what we're seeing, is a very strategic management of assortment, right? That's based on logistics, that's based on SKU-level profitability, that's based on media spend, right? And kind of managing spend and assortment across various channels, but it's got to be orchestrated, right? It's not just a syndicate and push everything. That ain't the way. That is not the way. Like the way is to orchestrate it really carefully and do it highly strategically and, down to, hey, I make more margin on this item on Walmart than I do on Amazon, and Amazon's threatening to shut it down for reasons A, B, or C. Like I'm going to strategically not sell that item on Amazon. I'm going to put it on Walmart and I'm going to put it on my Shopify side, and I'm going to move that media spend over to that platform. Right. So it's just that's what we're seeing.
That's the thing, the personalization piece, right? Or even if, again, going back to digital shelf, if you're looking at it truly by what keywords are most searched by site or what resonates the most with different audiences, I think Visit is doing a great job of highlighting this of how one retailer's audience is different than another's and what works from an image perspective. Yes, creative teams already are swamped, right? There's not a creative team out there is like, I'm looking for more things to do from everyone. But yeah, the variation piece and the just how you could amplify the original work into all these different variations is really exciting if it can be done right.
And ultimately what you get is this output that's a higher conversion and a lower total cost of fulfillment. And the whole key is to move inventory closer to the end customer, which is what everyone's trying to do right now. It's what you alluded to earlier, Aaron, what you're seeing with Amazon. There's news this week that talked about the launch of Amazon Now, which is a little bit of a reincarnation of Prime Now that Amazon had many years ago, and kind of a new take on what Amazon shut down last year and what was called Amazon Today. And it's ultimately getting these same day facilities for these very high turn high convenience type items to compete against the GoPuffs and the DoorDashes of the world. But any marketplace is going to benefit from getting inventory closer to the customer. And that's what all these folks are trying to do right now. And if you can use a single source of inventory and put the right item at the right channel closer to the end consumer so that it's available for purchase with a same day, 1 day, 2 day delivery, kind of, at max, but precise is better than on time. I mean, precise is better than speed, ultimately. Like that's really the key in the core. That's what we're helping brands with today.
I just taught an executive education course at Harvard, and I brought up 3 examples of brands, right? Schlage, the door handles and locks and so forth, right? They got a smart lock on there. I was reading it, and it's like, this is the Schlage F595 Cam 64 from Camelot keypad. Guys, it's a door lock. It's a door lock, guys. It's keyless entry door lock that you have. That's what a customer searches for. But we have this curse of knowledge that happens where we get the product catalog and we upload our product catalog into Walmart, Home Depot, Amazon, etc. And that's what lives there. And it's because everybody within Schlage knows that it's a door lock, but that's not what a customer calls it, right? Or like I brought up Wall, and it had Wall rechargeable cordless hair cutting and trimming kit for heads, long beards, and body grooming. I was like, guys, these are hair clippers. They're hair clippers, right? That's what a customer searches for. And you're going to find that this is legitimately a problem with most brands, that they have this curse of knowledge. They continue to call things by their product development catalog, not by what the customer is calling it, right?
Yeah, brands need to move up the funnel. You don't want to lose share of voice with competitive brands. So you got to be there and be in the conversation, independent of somebody searching and clicking specifically. And that's one of the 3 key levers that I see as driving the future of retail media. The first one is moving up the funnel. So it's up the funnel with on-site media. So that's display and video impressions on site. But increasingly, it's using DSPs to deliver those ads on the open web or even social platforms offsite. And then kind of the big piece of it that I'm really excited about is streaming TV. I mean, CPG marketers are used to being TV advertisers, but guess what? Now you can target the right audiences and measure attribution after the fact in that environment. I mean, right? That's like the holy grail for marketers. Yeah. So we're right at that point where we're starting to get scale of advertising inventory to be able to do this. And I think it's going to totally disrupt TV advertising. So that's the first one. The other 2, which we can unpack, are the impact of offline attribution data. So we've basically been computing ROAS based on an online ad driving an online sale. But those online ads, especially when you move up the funnel, drive in-store sales. And a lot of the data architecture isn't there to be able to pull that information in or pull it in quickly enough to optimize around. And, that's the other 85% of retail sales. And in a category like food and beverage, it's closer to 95%. So what happens to ROAS when you start accounting for those dollars? And then the last of the 3 pillars is the rise of in-store retail media, which I'm really excited about it, as you have digital surfaces entering into the store environment that become great quality branding experiences and can drive sales in store.